today's video, what we're going to take a look at is how to sign your first client as a social media marketer or a social media marketing agency owner. So in my previous videos, you would have noticed that we kind of went into more details on how to find a service, how to find a type of client to work with, and how to sign them up with you. Okay, but today what we want to do is take a closer look at one of the most important parts is where to actually find your clients. Secondly, we're going to look at how you pitch them. When you find a potential client, how do you actually pitch them in a way that will get them to sign up with you and pay you money? Very, very important. And then finally, we're going to look at how much you should charge. So that's a question I get absolutely all of the time, and that is, how much should I charge? What price should I charge so that I get paid a good amount, but also so that the person is getting good value. The person who's paying me is getting a good deal. Okay, so we're going to go into those today, and before we hop into my laptop and discuss all of that, I want you to go down below, I want you to pound the like button, hit the subscribe button, and leave me a comment. And without further ado, let's get into it. Okay guys, let's get into it. How do you sign your first social media marketing client as a complete beginner? Okay, that's what we want to focus on today, okay? So first off, we're going to really look at how you find clients and where do you find them. Okay, so we're going to look at one of my personal favorite methods, which is going onto social media, finding brands that are already on there, doing stuff on social media, and you just coming in and offering to help them improve what they're already doing, to help them get more followers and get more sales. We're also going to look at Google Shopping. So if you type something into Google, there's a tab for Google Shopping where you can, let's say, type in your niche, and you can find all of the brands in your niche that are advertising on Google Shopping. These are going to be perfect potential clients for you because they're already spending money on advertising. It's not new to them, and you can just help them, again, come in, they're already doing stuff, you're just going to help them improve what they're already doing. And then thirdly, we're going to look at LinkedIn. So LinkedIn, as you're mostly aware, is a B2B platform where business owners are pitching other business owners on services. Again, on how they can get more growth on social media, but more importantly, how they can ultimately earn more money with their brand. So we're going to hop into the social media side of things first. And again, these are just a few examples of platforms where you can look. So Pinterest, Facebook, Instagram, and anything like this. There's obviously tons of other places, so you could obviously look at things like Reddit and blog forums. Those are very, very similar. But again, why we want to look at social media is because if you're looking to a brand and you're coming in and saying, hey, look, I have a social media marketing agency. We can help you grow on Instagram, or we can help you run Facebook ads. It's a lot easier when they're already set up on social media, right? Whereas if you go to a business who isn't set up yet, it's going to be a harder sell. They're maybe not even convinced of social media and how powerful it can be. So again, that's why we want to really focus on these platforms. So if we look at Instagram in this first example, okay, what we've done is for this example, we're going to look at skincare. We're going to pretend that we offer services to skincare brands. So people selling, like you can see here, skincare products or serums or oils or balms, anything like that. So with Instagram, what we love doing is getting our niche and literally just typing it into Instagram, look at the hashtags for that, and then scroll through all the posts on the hashtags and find businesses that could benefit from our service. So straight away, you're going to see up here under the related hashtags, there's like 20 hashtags in here that we can look at. So we can go to hashtag skincare. You can see there's like 54 million posts, and we're just going to go through there and we're going to find potential clients for us. So when you're starting off, you want to look at brands that don't have a big following. Okay, so let's say you're offering social media management, because that's a very easy service to offer. You don't need a whole load of results or a case study to do that. You just need to be able to know how to manage an Instagram page effectively. Okay, so you can just scroll through here, find ones that aren't doing too well, and again, that's the perfect place to find them. They're already doing it, and you're just going to come in and say, hey, look, I'm going to help you do what you're already doing, and we're going to do it better. Okay, and now obviously, like I said, you can do this on Facebook, you can do this on Pinterest, and you can do it on any other platform. We like to use Instagram because we do a lot of Instagram services. And then secondly, we're going to look at Google Shopping. Like I said, if you type a product into Google, you'll get a list of Google Shopping ads. So again, if we're taking this example of skincare, when we type in skincare, as you can see, I've pulled up a quick example. We've got two brands or one brand coming up here, and you can see they're dominating this complete area. But if we scroll down here, there's going to be loads more of skincare products and brands. Okay, so like we said, if these guys are already spending money on advertising, these guys are going to be an easier sell than companies that aren't already doing that. Okay, so we can obviously just look through all of these, find ones that aren't too big, that look like they've only been going, maybe the last year or two and haven't really hit that point where they're seeing massive success. Okay, so we want to look at like brands that maybe don't have a huge amount of customers, but ones that are more in that starting phase, because those are the brands you're probably going to be helping out. Now, if we look at LinkedIn, like I said, LinkedIn, business to business platform where you can essentially just find business owners. You're not really looking for brands here. So when we type in skincare, we're more so looking for the owners of a skincare brand. Okay, so you can still just put in the same thing, skincare, but again, we're looking for the owners. Okay, so again, this can be an easier way of doing it because you're going direct to the individual, whereas when you message a brand, it's a little bit harder. Sometimes there's someone who isn't the brand owner who's running the Facebook page or the Instagram page, whereas LinkedIn is obviously a much more direct platform to get your message to them. Now, again, you want to make sure that you have a professional looking LinkedIn profile. So, just a nice clean photo, some information about yourself, and you want to make sure you have a few connections on there. There's, if you go and you've got 5 connections, it doesn't look very legit. People probably think you just set it up that day. So you want to get a few connections, connect with your friends, people in your school, your college, wherever you are, and then you have a good profile ready to go. Now, let's say you've done one of those. You've gone on Instagram, or you've gone on Google Shopping, or you've gone on LinkedIn, and you found a potential client. Now, the most important part now is like, how do you actually pitch them? All right, it's all good to find hundreds of businesses that need your help, but you need to be able to talk to them in a manner that resonates with them, and you need to be able to actually get them to sign up with you, or else, it's useless. So we're going to look how you do that now, okay? So when you're pitching clients, there's so many ways in which you can do this. You can pitch them via Instagram DM. You can pitch them via Facebook Messenger in the actual Messenger chat. LinkedIn, you can do it via message, or you can go and email them. So we normally do a mix of things such as DMing them and emailing them, trying to hit them on 2 platforms. So if they miss one of our messages, they'll see the other one, okay? And now when you're crafting a message, you want to hook their attention. You want them to open that message and you want whatever you say in there to hook their attention almost immediately. Now, you don't want to be spammy or salesy, but you want to hook their attention. Say something that grabs their attention, because these guys are getting pitched every single day. So you have to compete with all those people that are pitching them, okay? Now, once you've got their attention, right, they're interested. Okay, now you have to deliver. You have to give them some free value to show that you know what you're talking about and that you have actually valuable stuff to give to them. Okay, and then thirdly, you don't want to sell your service. All right, I know this sounds counterintuitive, but you don't want to sell your service. All right, in this stage, we're more so looking to establish a connection with them and then potentially get them on a call. That's what we're trying to do here. Hook them in, get them interested, give them some free value to show you know what you're actually talking about. And then third, we don't want to sell our service. So here we're really trying to sell a call with us or a meeting with us, a Zoom call or anything like that, because that's where we can really open up to them, show our personality to them, and really explain to them why we can help them. Because again, these guys are getting pitched every day, so you have to stand out from the crowd. And now you're probably wondering, like, what do I actually say to them? Like, as in, it's all good and well looking at this of saying I have to hook their attention, give them free value and not sell my service. But you're probably wondering, like, what does that actually look like? So I've actually taken our templates that we use to DM brands on Instagram and what we use to email them as well. And I put them together into my guide, which is the 6-figure roadmap. Okay, so in here, look, we've got a couple testimonials on screen just to show you what people are saying about it. And again, you don't have to get this. This is not necessary, but this is if you want to just go that little bit step further and you want to use exactly what I'm using, because what I'm using is what's working for us right now. So if you want to get your hands on this, head down to the link in the description. You can use the code SAVE10 and you will save $10 off, and you can get those copy and paste templates. Now, there's a ton of other information in the guide to help you get started and scale your agency, but those are the most important pieces that you might need. So let's say now, right, you've found your client, you've pitched them, you've got on a call, and you've got to the big golden moment of they ask you your price. And at this stage, you're thinking to yourself, whoa, I don't even know what to charge. All right, so this is a question I get all of the time. How much should I charge? And ultimately, it's a confusing question because there's no clear answer. There's no one price that works, right? So there's no magic number, okay? It's not as if one service just has a set number. That's just not how it works, okay? Ultimately, what you want to do here is you want to pick your price and you want to be quiet. So if you're talking to a brand, you don't want to be ever validating why you charge a certain price. You want to pick your price and you want to be quiet. So let's say you get on a call with them and you have a price in mind. What you want to say to them is, this is my price. and you want to shut up. You want to not say absolutely anything until they speak to you. Okay. Now with this whole thing, again, like I said, there's no magic number, but you have to look at a few factors. One, what are you comfortable charging? So let's say we're offering social media management. Okay. This is not a very high-end service, so we're not going to be charging crazy amounts for it. But let's say you're charging 500 a month, 500 euro per month. Okay, that's very, very attainable. For one reason, like I just said, that's a comfortable amount for you. You don't feel like you're scamming them or ripping them off for 500 a month. That's a very valid amount of money, okay? And it's not too little that, you'd shy away from it. It is enough. Obviously, you might want to go higher, and that's completely fine. But you also want to look at what are they getting value for? Because again, you don't really want someone to just pay you for 1 month. You want someone to pay you for 2 months, 3 months, potentially even 6 or 12 months. So pick a price with that in mind. What's a price that is going to be good for you? Okay, so you're not wasting your time. It's value for your money or value for your time, but also that it doesn't rip them off. A price that they should be comfortable paying, and a price that ultimately will give them enough value. So if it's 500 a month and you sign them up for 9 months, that's way more valuable than signing someone up for 3 months and they pay you 1K every single month. Okay, because you're looking for longevity with this. You don't want to just sign a client and then they pay you and they never talk to you again. You want them to pay you every single month. So again, pick a price that you're comfortable with, but again, a price that's going to get you excited as well. You don't want to undercharge. And ultimately, this is the hardest part of how much do you charge, right? So again, look at those factors. What am I comfortable with and what's a good amount for me? And then secondly, what's a good number for them? I don't want to absolutely extend their budget. I want to make it just enough so that it's pushing them a little bit, but it's within their budget and they can afford to do that. So if for some reason you don't get them results, it's not the end of the world. Okay. So again, what we've talked about today, right? We've looked at where to find clients, and I've showed you kind of how you can do that in a very simple way. Type your brand into Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, find a list of them, start messaging them or start emailing them. Okay. We've also looked at then how do you actually pitch them? Okay, so what do you say to them and in which way do you do that? And then ultimately, how much are you going to charge them? Okay, so like I mentioned earlier, a lot of this information is in way more detail in my 6-figure roadmap guide. And I've got those templates that you can use for DMing brands or emailing brands where you can just copy and paste what we're using because they're working for us right now and we're always updating these. So these might change in 2 months. So if you want them, get your hands on them now. They're what are working for us signing new clients, okay? And in that guide, you're going to get a ton of other information on what other things you need to start your marketing agency and ultimately how you can perfect a few different areas, such as how do you do really good sales calls? How do you make sure that you can automate this outreach process so you have clients coming to you every single week, and how you can scale your agency up very, very dramatically. Okay, so again, you can check that out. Link will be in the description and you can save $10 off with code SAVE10. And that is all for this video. Okay, so drop a comment letting me know what kind of topics you want me to cover for the next few videos. And again, if I don't see you in the next few days with another video, I will see you at least once a week and I will talk to you then.